In the Everglades there's a way of life. It's a way of peace without stress or strife. There's a fellow there who protects these rights. Lincoln Vail of the Everglades. But they'll fight for rights and the homes they've made. Simple grassroots people of the Everglades. There's a natural danger and a man to face. Lincoln Vail of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. Moving, ever moving, moving, ever moving through the Everglades.
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
That's enough screeching. If you was all at my grave singing Nearer My God to Thee, I wager you'd sing a lot louder.
No, Father Matt, that's a very mean thing to say.
Sarah, you're a handsome woman. Why'd you marry a lump like my boy Jesse here? And him with a 20-year-old daughter, 10 years younger than her Uncle Bob Joe.
Pa, we're your family.
Yeah, my loving family. Living with me. Celebrating my birthday. And waiting for me to die, so you can all get my money. You, Ruth Ann, what'll you do with your share?
Buy me some clothes and have some fun. Out of the Everglades.
My grandfather settled Clay Island. Clay's been here for near 130 years.
Ruth Ann didn't mean to rile you, Dad. It's natural.
Shut your mouth, Bob Joe. Never thought I'd have an ignorant animal for a son. Out in the swamp hunting, or else drunk and fighting.
Don't talk down to me like that, Dad.
You don't like it? Go. All right. You won't go. Then what say we'll drink to my next birthday with the family all together?
Is a rich man, Mr. Mitten. He'll pay his taxes when he gets ready.
The County Tax Bureau does not play games, Constable Vail. It's your duty to serve the foreclosure notice.
Foreclosure? Andy, if I go out to Clay Hammock with a foreclosure notice, the entire Clay family will jump me, with old Matt out in front.
I'm sure you can handle him, Link.
Oh, yeah. I hear you saying that as the bugler plays taps over my grave. Even Matt Clay wouldn't shoot an unarmed man.
I hope.
Jesse? You're expecting somebody?
Not necessarily.
May I come in?
Why?
I'm looking for Matt.
Hello there.
Van, behave yourself.
Well, hello, Sarah. Ruth Ann. Well, where's Matt, Jesse?
He's gone.
He might have gone to Gladestown.
No, Matt's not in Gladestown.
Well, wherever he is, he isn't here.
Well, why are you so strong in his being away?
Because he is. And, well, you can't see him.
Jesse. I'll bet Matt was expecting someone to come visiting. Now, you go and tell him that it'll do no good to hide out. I'm here, and I intend to see him.
Link, I don't appreciate you hitting on a liar.
I'm sorry, Jesse, but this isn't a social visit. Matt's been holding back on paying his property taxes. The county tax bureau has bucked the headache down to me. Now, I can appreciate your family loyalty, Jesse, but this is the law.
Jesse, maybe you...
Hush, Sarah. I'm going to make myself plain. This is our island, Clay Island, and you're not welcome here. You get off it.
Golly, that was neat.
Oh, hush.
Now, I'm going to forget this, Jesse, but don't ever do that again. Now, where's Matt?
He's really not here.
Honest.
Well, then I'll just wait.
If you're going to stay, would you like some coffee?
Yes, thanks, Sarah, I would.
But I can't keep you from waiting. But I've got work to do.
Here. Sorry.
You can really handle yourself, Link.
Wow.
I'll bet you've been just about everywhere. I'd surely love to go to a big city, buy myself some pretty clothes.
Well, I'm sure you will, Ruth Ann.
No, I guess I'll have the chance.
No. Why, did something good happen?
Why don't we go into the dining room for that coffee?
Ruth Ann. Will you tell me where your grandpa is?
I don't know.
You Clay sure stick together. Well, I'll just have to report him missing.
We don't have a telephone.
Ruth Ann, don't you have work?
Oh, Sarah. All right. See you later.
What's the matter with you?
Where'd Uncle Bob Joe go to? And where's Grandpa?
Hush.
I just asked. I've got a right to ask.
He's downstairs in the cellar.
Come on out now. Right?
Are you all right?
Who was Bob Joe here? He didn't know who you were. He followed you down to the cellar. And I'm sorry.
I don't want an apology. I want some fast explanations.
All right. Paul's dead. But we can handle it.
I've seen the effects of cyanide poisoning before. Matt was poisoned.
That's our business.
Possible murder is police business. Now, when and how did it happen?
It was last night at his birthday.
Paul was just talking. He picked up his drink.
Doctor told him he shouldn't drink, but he wouldn't listen. He drank it down. He made a noise, and he fell forward.
Well, who was here beside the family? Could anyone else have done it?
Well, nobody's been on this island in more than a year. Well, of course somebody else did it. Pa had enemies.
When we find out who it was, we won't need your help.
Now, let's face it. No mysterious outside enemy could possibly know which glass to poison, which glass Matt was going to use.
Well, you're talking wild.
One of the family killed him.
I don't believe it. Stop it.
Nobody can call my kin.
Maybe it wasn't your kin. Maybe it was you.
Now, if it wasn't, who was it? Jesse? Sarah? Ruth Ann?
He's just trying to rattle us, make us suspect each other. Well, it won't work. None of us is guilty.
Well, it's getting late. Why don't you go to bed? But before you go to sleep, remember one thing. Murder is a progressive disease. It gets easier to kill. Now, you keep your hands where I can see them, Jesse.
I didn't do anything.
Well, you Clays certainly do stick together. You've shielded the one who murdered Matt and just tried to murder me.
Murder, that's a pretty strong word.
A deadfall rigged for me? What else would you call it? Nice job, too. Expert.
You looking at me? Just about anybody could rig a deadfall.
Uncle Bob Joe had no reason. He and Grandpa got along fine.
Bob Joe, I'd like to see your traps and equipment.
Why?
That deadfall was rigged with a leader trip line. It could have come from your equipment. The cyanide that killed Matt? You use poison bait, don't you?
You're not going to put it on me.
No, I'm not putting it on anybody. Yes.
Nobody's gonna lock me up and make me out a criminal. Don't nobody come after me.
Ruth Ann, you stay here.
Let me go. Uncle Bob Joe didn't kill Grandpa, and he's not going to hurt anybody.
Chasing Jesse.
Come on back to the house. He'll never think to look for you there.
Bob Joe?
Jesse. Let's go back to the house.
Well, he might be at the south end of the island.
He also might be in the house.
Ruth Ann, listen to me. It's no good. I gotta go up there and talk to that policeman.
What? Hush. I thought I heard something.
Ruth Ann, honey, I know who the killer is.
You're joking me.
I was out last night. I saw who it was in my trapping shed. Only I just wasn't about to turn one of my own family into the police.
You were right.
I was wrong. There's nothing can justify killing one of your own. It's going to tear my heart out, but...
How can you say that? How can you talk about turning in your own kin? If it was me, I'd do anything no matter what, but I wouldn't go against my own. Uncle Bob Joe, you can't do it.
I got a rifle on you.
Don't be foolish.
Why don't you leave us alone?
All right, now you got the gun.
I don't have it.
There's somebody else in here.
You came. We're blood kin.
He always liked guns, hunting. Ever since he was a little kid. He's dead. Pa dead. Bob Joe dead.
But that's the end. I've examined the rifle. The murderer left fingerprints.
One of us? I'm not going to believe that.
You'll believe it when I head for my airboat with the murderer.
You seem awfully sure you know who it is.
I'm sure. I only wish that Bob Joe hadn't had to die for my proof.
He was only helping his kin. I think it was Jesse he was thinking about. I don't think he wanted to see Jesse hurt.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know, Pa? Don't you know?
You can't protect people from the truth. Something like this is like a grenade with a pin pulled. Sooner or later, it's got to go off. Now, the murderer had to know about Bob Joe's traps, where the cyanide was, and how to use it.
Why, nobody knew all that.
Bob Joe told me himself just a few seconds before he died. He looked right at his murderer, and he said, "We're blood kin." Now, I knew that Sarah wasn't of clay blood. Jesse was upstairs. That left one other person. Come on.
No!
I was in the cellar. I saw it. You saying it's Ruth Ann? My own daughter? Well, she's just a little girl.
Pa, I didn't. I never did.
Let her go.
Stand aside, Pa. It's all right now.
You gonna make it triple murder?
Ever since the day you came. The day you cheated Pa into marrying you.
I love Jesse.
You hated me. You made Grandpa hate me. He was always forcing me, correcting me. The both of you. You wouldn't let me have any money. You wanted me to rot in this stinking swamp all my life. Live and die on Clay Island. Like an animal in a trap.
Roxanne.
Nobody ever need know. There doesn't have to be any witnesses.
She's going to shoot us.
No, she isn't. I just had a circumstantial case. I had to have a confession. And now she's giving it to me. The rifle's a decoy, Ruth Ann. I took the bullets out.
You're lying.
I left one cartridge in, but I took the lead out of it. Give me the rifle, Ruth Ann.
What happened to my little girl?
Remarkable job, Link. General, congratulations. Yes, sir, it's what I call a neat piece of police work.
Thank you, Andy.
Come in.
Well, hello, Mr. Minton. It's good to see you again.
Well, I wish I could say the same. But speaking for the delinquency section of the County Tax Bureau, we're sorely disappointed. Yes, sir, sorely disappointed. A few days ago, you were directed to serve foreclosure notice on one Matthew Clay. And as far as I can see, you've done nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Now then, if you have an explanation for this, I'll listen. But it better be good, young man. It better be good. Well, sir?
This is Ron Hayes. Next week on Everglades, a policeman's instinct for truth. The stakes are high for a woman accused of murdering her husband. The problem, to prove that even an infallible machine may lie.
Where'd you last see your husband, Hannah?
On the bank of the channel, around the bend from our landing.
Did you kill your husband, Hannah?
No.
I've got a feeling that you'll never find Zach Brown's body.
Link, if necessary, I'll drag every inch of this area.
In the the Everglades, there's a way of life. It's a way of peace without stress or strife. There's a fellow there who protects these rights. Lincoln Vail of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. But they'll fight for rights and the homes they've made. Simple grassroots people of the Everglades. There's a natural danger and a man to face. Lincoln Vail of the Everglades, the man on patrol in the Everglades. Moving, ever moving through the Everglades. Moving, ever moving through the Everglades. Moving, ever moving, moving, ever.